Good day everyone and welcome back here in our YouTube channel. Today we're going to do a new episode for our grammar lecture. In English conversation, when we respond to someone we're talking to, we often don't repeat the speaker's words. We simply just say a few words and the speaker understands. You can hear and see these examples everywhere when English is spoken. So today, I'm going to talk about how to use to in either and also short responses like so am I, neither do I. So we use to and so am I to respond to positive statements, while either and neither do I, we use them to respond to negative statements. But first, how are they formed? So we use to and either in responses to show agreement, and they usually appear at the end of the statement. So here are the structures. So let's start first with to. So first is the subject plus the auxiliary or the be verb, and as I said, we use to at the end of the sentence. So example, if the speaker says, I'm happy, you can repeat the speaker's words by saying, I am happy too, or just use a short response by saying, I am too. Another example, if the speaker says, I'm tired, how would you respond? So you can say, I tired too, or you can use this short form, I am. Don't forget the comma and then to. So again, we use to with positive statements. Now let's proceed to either. So here is the structure. So subject first, and then auxiliary or the be verb plus either. So we have here an example. The speaker says, I'm not happy. Your response to be, I'm not happy either. So remember, we use either with the negative statement. So this word not here makes this statement negative. So that is why we use either, not to. Remember that. So you can either use this one or the shorter form, I'm not either. So here you don't need to put comma. Just into we need to use comma. The examples that I gave you was just subject plus be verb plus to. But this, how about auxiliary? So if the situation is like this, Bart says, I have a girlfriend, and he's talking to Willie, and Willie responds, I do too. So as you can see, what is the main verb in this sentence? Of course, have subject, and this is the main verb, and then the object. But teacher, is it possible to say I do too? Yes, it's possible because the do here is not the main verb, but it is just a helping verb. So we can also say this is the auxiliary. So the verbs do and be can be used as auxiliary verbs depending on how they're used in the sentence. So you can also say I do have to, right? So the do here is not the main verb, just helping the main verb have. So we call this verb auxiliary. So subject, I, and then auxiliary to, do, plus to. I hope you understand that. Now let's proceed here, using either. So the same thing, structure is subject plus auxiliary plus either. If Bart had said, I don't have a girlfriend, and Willie would agree, I don't either. So this response is used because we are using the negative statement. There is don't here. So again, do here is not the main verb, but an auxiliary. As I said, this is just helping the verb have, because you can also say, I don't have either. Aside from using to and either, we can also use so am I and neither do I. So you have to remember that we use so am I to show agreement with positive statements, while neither do I with negative statements. So I showed you earlier some examples on how to use to with this dialogue here. So if the speaker says I'm happy, you can respond by saying I'm happy too if you agree with that statement, that you also feel happy. Instead of using this structure, you can also use this. So am I. Okay, so am I, it has the same meaning with I am too. The same with so have I, it has the same meaning with I have too. Like, I have a girlfriend, and then you respond, so have I. It means I have a girlfriend too. Well, neither do I. So remember, we use neither do I to show agreement with negative statements. So if the speaker says, I'm not happy, and then you feel the same way, you are also not happy, you can say, I'm not happy either. So in this way, we use either because it's the negative. Instead of using this structure, you can also use a shorter form. You can say, neither am I. Understood? So neither am I has the same meaning with I'm not either. So if you say neither can I, it has the same meaning with I can't either. So that would be all for today's video, guys, for this episode. Thank you very much for staying with me. And if you want to learn more about grammar, please stay tuned in our channel. Remember, just subscribe, share, and like this video. Thank you very much, and see you for our next videos.